I see it. Come on. I'm tapping it. I'm tapping it again. Tapped. Come on.
That is what she said.
I'm trying to. There we go. It took 6 or 7 tries and it finally worked.
And that's what she said.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good song.
It's a great song. It like literally gets me so pumped up.
You know, I got to tell you, I was not a fan of his music. And then for some reason, they added Burn It Down. And that one thing, I don't know, like, I kind of like, you know, it's completely changed it for me.
Yeah.
It's a little different too. Like the song itself is just, they tweaked it a little.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They kind of, they beefed it up.
It's a little more substantial.
And one may be sitting there asking, well, why are they starting off with Seth Rollins music tonight? And that's because they brought back the fucking curb stomp.
Oh.
That's right. Amanda chose the music to open the show up today.
I literally
Good
jumped
choice.
out of my chair.
Yeah, you and the rest of the fucking world.
Yeah, I was watching the Reddit on my phone, like the live thread for Raw, and it pops up the new comments. You can set it to pop up new comments as instead of just constantly refreshing, it'll do it for you.
Yeah.
And I saw curb stomp, bloop, bloop, curb stomp, curbs. Every post was, oh my God, the curb stomp. It's back, it's back, it's back. It's a big deal.
I woke up, Gabby, when that happened.
You know what, though, Vince? It is a big deal because he can't do the pedigree because Triple H is still not retired.
And he can't do that stupid knee.
That fucking knee is horrible. I mean, it's good for like a setup, like a signature or something, but it's not a finishing move.
No.
And the curb stomp is just, I'm stomping your face in the mat.
Yeah,
It's so badass. And so it makes a big deal because you know if somebody gets that, they're not getting up. Like that's the interview. Let's move on. So I'm happy to see it back. I'm glad they've unbanned the move, I guess, which is awesome.
Do you think they're gonna unban the punt, Randy Orton's move,
Or the Styles Clash, or the Muscle Buster?
Well, he still does the Styles Clash every now and then. I feel like he saves the Styles Clash for the big match. Like, you know what I mean? But
they got rid of the Muscle Buster after the whole thing with Natty's husband.
Which is stupid.
I feel like that's not the move.
Fault. I mean, it's not the move's fault.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad we got this to this point. I guess we'll do the intro first, but thank you for bringing up. It's not Joe's fault in terms of the Muscle Buster and the it's not like he dropped him on his head, but it reminds me of a topic that we'll discuss in a second here. But welcome to the War Report, brought to you by TagMeADate.com, the first and only dating site exclusively for wrestling fans. You can find your tag team match on our roster of superstars and divas today for free at TagMeADate.com. Free.
It's the Rusev special.
Rusev Day special. One day, Titus Worldwide is going to purchase Tag Me a Date, and they'll probably charge money for it because they're all about making paper. We are building a brand, and we want you to sign up for free. So before we sell it to Titus Worldwide and run the show off of a big boat, you can sign up for free. TagMeADate.com, and you can find your tag team match. So that leads to the Samoa Joe Muscle Buster thing begat the Seth Rollins injured Cena and retired Sting thing, which now begat Sasha Banks as an unsafe worker,
which
retired Paige.
Let's just fucking get that out there right now. Just like Samoa Joe and the Muscle Buster was not the reason why TJ is in the situation he's in. Same goes for Sasha. She did nothing wrong.
No.
This is not her fault. And all these fucking trolls online that are going around saying, you know, Sasha's unsafe, Sasha needs to go, this and that, can go fuck themselves because it's bullshit. Know the shit before you fucking spew your mouths. Otherwise, stop watching the fucking product. I say good day.
Yes.
I say good day.
The part that really got me was as they were some of the things that were describing Sasha as being unsafe and this and that and not deserving. Like it became a whole thing of Sasha's not deserving of the push that she got, and like this is a complete reversal of a year or two ago, and it was like Sasha and Bailey and these are the future, and now it's like, oh well, the office doesn't like Bailey and the fans don't like Sasha because she injures. Like we're living in a crazy world.
And Vince, not for nothing, one other thing I did hear is, and I don't know if it's true, so but one of the things I heard is that doctors actually told Paige she shouldn't be getting back in the ring, or at least that soon, that she still wasn't ready. And it took one little stinger that ultimately could possibly be ending her in-ring career. Not that I want to switch gears or anything, but since we're on Paige,
right.
That's
all one topic, really. Yeah.
Well, yeah. But the one thing that I find interesting is every report that we read prior to Raw was that her in-ring career was over, that they're comparing this to like Edge and, 25 years old. And, and it sucks because I'm a huge Paige fan. She's a sweetheart. I've met her. I can't say enough about her, but notice on Raw, they didn't mention that her in-ring career was over. All they said was that she's not going to be able to be cleared in time for the Royal Rumble. So is her in-ring career actually over? Is there a possibility that it's not, and that's why they're not actually coming out and saying it? What do you guys think?
Shawn Michaels. There was a point where they go, Shawn Michaels' career is over. His back is fucked up. It is done. And he retired and then unretired 5 years later.
But when Shawn did it, he actually came out, said his speech, and was gone, if I remember correctly.
He gave it. But what I'm saying is
they're not saying that. They're,
because she's 25 and medical technology in the next 10, 15, 20 years or just her rehabbing could get her back. So I think you can't retire at 25.
No.
You can be not medically cleared, but I don't think you can retire at 25. I think
look at Corey Graves.
Yeah, that's a good modern example. I didn't think of that. So you can.
They're being so much more cautious now, and let's not get things twisted. If it is in fact true that her in-ring career is over, what that means is that her in-ring career is over in WWE.
Right.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that she doesn't leave WWE at some point and other doctors do clear her to get in the ring and she goes and wrestles, whether it be Ring of Honor, New Japan, maybe goes back home, whatever the case may be.
The rumors that were posted today was that there were doctors saying that she can be cleared. It's just not going to be in time for the Rumble, that they said it would be at least another month or two, but she would be able to be cleared.
But then how do we go from every single news feed, including, I think, WWE?
Well, we had,
her in-ring career is over.
Meltzer reported, Ryan Satin reported it.
Yeah, everybody reported
it. Report, ESPN covered it.
Unless this is one of those really deep cover works, because we had friends that worked within the WWE acknowledge that this was a shoot. Unless this is down to the fucking corporate level, everybody's in on the gimmick.
Everybody.
What could you imagine? They're like, they would send a fucking memo. I mean, you could just work the office people. They don't know. You can send a memo through that says Paige is
retired. You know what? That's fucking brilliant, because that just shows they're keeping up with the idea of doing it on social media and stirring the pot. This could be a whole new way to tell a storyline. So the good news is there's a chance her in-ring career is not over.
And that's why she wins the Royal Rumble now.
Could you imagine if she winds up? Well, I still think she's not going to be cleared in time for the Rumble.
No, they took her off the poster and everything. I think it's a legitimate injury. Maybe again, stay a little bit longer on the rehab. Don't take bumps. You can still be on TV and not take bumps. Look, Daniel Bryan's doing it. Although
she can still manage Absolution.
Yeah, she can still be involved with those girls and not necessarily be physical. I mean, she is a good wrestler, but she's got other skills that they can use. Aside from the fact that she is attractive and people would like to see her on television, she cuts a hell of a promo,
Right.
And she's a different voice. She's got that. I mean, it's really not sophisticated for an English accent. I don't know how to put it. It's just,
and that's not a bad thing either.
No, it's unique. It's very like down home,
sexy as hell.
right? But I mean,
It is sexy as hell.
You can just tell her now with the makeup and the clothes. That was her at 14. You just don't get me, Mom. You don't understand. No, Evanescence is for life, Mom. You know what I mean? Like that's her now.
I love it.
What about Paige for general manager of Raw?
Worked for AJ for a while.
Yeah, it did.
I tried to keep a straight face.
Thank you.
Actually, let me tell you, I enjoyed AJ as because she was nuts. Anything they did with her on TV, she played her role so well. It was entertaining no matter what she did.
We all did crazy.
And she was hot. So, I mean, it was great. We all did Crazy Chicks. Exactly. It was great.
We do.
I thought it was funny they had her in like
Yes, you do.
some kind of love rhombus. It wasn't quite a love triangle because there were like 4 people involved. It was her, Kane, Daniel Bryan, and CM Punk. And the fucked up thing is, out of all of them, the one that she was like least interested in on TV was her spoiler alert husband.
Right.
She showed no. It was like they introduced him, just kind of like throw him a bone. They're like, nope, she's not into you. Who would be into you? She fucking marries the guy.
One on Kane too.
Right? Yes, I think I was at that show. That was in Hartford. That was when the Big Show whiffed on the knockout punch on Vince McMahon at the top of the 11 o'clock hour, and it didn't matter what angle you shot it from. He missed by fucking 4 feet, and everybody in the crowd saw it, and the whole crowd just collectively
Left.
Whatever the sound is when you untie the knot on the end of a balloon, just that noise. That was the noise that came from the entire crowd, because it was like, here's Vince McMahon and here's the punch, and the punch didn't even like get like close. It was this far. It was off. It was so far off that you could see it from the cheap seats, which I was in, and it was very obvious. So it did not work. Vince McMahon got knocked out by the pure force of the air. He built up such wind resistance behind his fist that the buffer of air in between was enough to overwhelm a 70-something-year-old man. Figured it out.
So we've covered really Paige.
Yes.
So what's going on with Samoa Joe? What's his injury? What's his ETA? Does anyone know the details?
I'm not sure this latest injury. Damn it, Ryan's not here. Usually make him look these things up. Usually, Ryan, look this up. I think it's another. Is it another knee thing or is it an ankle?
I don't know.
I thought it was a foot.
Yes, there it is. Plantar fasciitis. He ruptured his plantar fascia. What is it? A tendon? It's in the middle of your foot.
All right, so now let me ask you this. Does Vince label him injury prone now?
I don't know, because this one's it's a boot. It's not a surgery. So it doesn't it's going to take less recovery time. So maybe not. The other thing that maybe he'll acknowledge is you signed a guy at almost 40 and not that his best years are behind him, but he put on 5-star matches with AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels and his Ring of Honor and TNA career and Japanese career and all that were so long before his WWE career that, I mean, of course he's going to be banged up now. Damn.
Yeah, no, that's true.
So I hope they take that into consideration.
Status for him was that he had the MRI on Thursday. If it does have to go to surgery, we're looking at 2 to 4 months.
Yeah.
Which would take him right out, which not only takes him out of the Rumble 100%, but may even possibly take him out of Mania.
Exactly. That's awful. I hope it doesn't come to that. I hope the boot works.
And then what's up with Jason Jordan now?
Oh God, yeah, the injury season is upon us.
Yeah, but he was on Raw last night.
Yeah,
he didn't wrestle.
That was it. He was.
So I mean, they did it perfect because he did the whole thing where he got Seth Rollins the match and everything. It was well done, but he didn't wrestle for that reason.
They only pulled him from house shows, was what I heard, though.
Well, he didn't wrestle on Raw.
Yeah, so he wasn't. I mean, he'll appear again. It's another situation like that.
They were keeping him on to rest him, though. I didn't hear anything. Hang on, I'm looking him up now too.
Goodness. It is the Walking Wounded, and this is around the time for it. It seems like every year around the post Survivor Series leading up to the Royal Rumble time, a handful of guys get injured or take time off or get surgery or whatever.
There was one particular year when it was really bad.
Was it 2014 or 15?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, and it was really bad because Reigns was out, Rollins was out. This was when like Dean Ambrose. It was the fucking Dean Ambrose show. I didn't mind it, but I'm just saying it was pretty much the Dean Ambrose show.
What it's saying for Jason Jordan, they haven't. It's an unrevealed injury, but he's not expected to miss the Royal Rumble. It looks like that they were just having him rested up so that he will be able to compete in the Rumble.
Well, that makes sense.
Good for him.
And it's easy because now being in the tag team, you have Seth do the match and keep him rested, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
And they hit Finn with the curb stomp.
Yeah.
And then Jordan could be the asshole that gets the pin at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, not only injuries, but there was other big breaking news. How about it is official? Ronda Rousey has officially signed the dotted line.
This is the official segment where we can just do this light because we're gonna go through all of the signings. So
a lot of signings.
A great big congratulations. Hold on, I feel like this is not quite complete yet. So I'm gonna pull up some appropriate music as well.
Nice.
To announce our
You're gonna do it for each one?
No, well, I'm just gonna do one particular song in the background while we kind of it works with the lights.
That's hilarious.
So get your drinks out. Congratulations not only to Ronda Rousey, a relatively unknown, indie guy by the name of Ricochet. Congratulations.
Huge.
And of course, and again, really obscure diva Candice LeRae. Right? Nobody knows. Right? I'm being very sarcastic here. Johnny Gargano's wife. Let's say everybody knows what she is. She was part of the world's cutest tag team with Joey Ryan. That is no longer because she is now with WWE. And of course, one of the people I'm going to mention last here is a friend of, I guess to consider the whole Tagging a Date brand, a friend of the show, somebody I've worked with for a little while, the past couple of years. War Machine, the tag team of Raymond Rowe and Warbeard Hansen, has made it to the dance, and I am very, very happy because I've known Warbeard for a few years now and worked with him, and
same.
It was, you saw the guy come up. You saw him starting out mid-card, whatever, this and that. Worked his way up to the main event, wins a King crown, wins a heavyweight championship here and there. Next thing you know, he's in Japan. He's wrestling in the UK. He's all over the place. And, of course, Raymond Rowe right there with him. It's great to see somebody do well.
And you know what, dude? If you go back and listen to a show of ours from like a year ago, I had said somebody like Warbeard is going to be in the WWE. Dijak is a guy that's going to be in WWE. Yep. It's just a very small amount of time, and that time has come, and it's so fucking awesome because Warbeard is a beast.
Warbeard's WWE tryout was just about a year ago. Funny enough, because I remember it was right around the Indie Rumble there, and they were talking about how a couple guys went in for some tryouts, and the names of the guys that were in the tryout were Dijak, Ray Rowe, and Warbeard, so, among a couple others. And I know there are a few that they're still keeping an eye on and letting them kind of do their thing on the indies. But those 3 guys were specifically named like a year ago as been highlighted or bookmarked, and it was just a matter of time, and here we are. It's awesome.
And the stuff they do in the ring for their size is incredible.
And now they're going to go against AOP and Heavy Machinery and Sanity, the Usos, the New Day, the Revival.
Well, maybe not the Usos.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Can I get just the red and the blue light? Yes, is that possible?
All right. Well, since you brought that up, so Jey Uso DUI gets arrested in Texas. So
real life Uso
does WWE suspend him, slap him on the wrist, or do they release Jey Uso?
They slap him on the wrist.
On your future endeavors.
I don't know. I mean,
take the belts from them.
That's possible. Vince, we might have to pull this episode down with all the copyrights we're about to have tonight.
Oh well, worth it. And I do have just the red and the blue lights going. Wonderful.
That's so funny.
I'm never gonna get a job with those guys.
My camera's not on because I am bopping right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, unfortunately, the poor boy. All right, I'll stop with that. The poor boy.
The poor boy. Ain't no poor boy. You do that, you.
No, absolutely. You should be held accountable for it. But I mean, damn.
Uber.
Right? Out of all the people who could afford an Uber.
Lyft. One of those motherfuckers. Come on, dude. Seriously? I mean, you're jeopardizing your
Justin
career.
would have done that, right? Justin would have drone to Texas to pick him up on that Uber.
And I mean, aside from them, there are taxis. There are certain cab companies that if you're too drunk to drive, they'll even do it
from a friend. Hello.
Yeah, ride from a friend. You could get Wow, I was trying to think of a guy that doesn't drink on that roster, and I don't think there's a single one of them.
Yeah, but call your brother. You got a twin.
Well, oh man, that would have been a hell of a gimmick if the other twin was in the passenger seat when the cop wasn't looking. They did the twin magic, and then he blew, and he was good.
Oh my god,
that would have been hilarious.
If his brother twin magicked and blew the breathalyzer for him, or did the field sobriety test with the touching of the note. Oh man, you're like, what, bro? You're not sending me no penitentiary. I'm not going to no penitentiary. And he's like walking and just putting his heel to toe and all that.
Saying the alphabet backwards and stuff.
How about after you post bond or whatever, and you need someone to come pick you up, and all of a sudden it's fucking Rikishi coming to pick your ass up?
Oh my god, he'd be so mad. The worst part is he took a terrible mugshot. Not the worst part. That's not the worst. The worst part is he drove drunk. Let's hammer that home. Yeah. Don't do that. It's 2018, folks.
Coming down to bail you out.
Oh, dude. Aside from first of all, would you want to? You don't want to make Rikishi angry, but now that he's that's a whole other level. He's your dad, and he's mad at you, and you fucked up. That would be, oh man.
And he's a huge.
I bet he gets a stink face.
Yeah, someone's getting a stink face.
No cell phone, no iPad, no Xbox, brother, and last of all, you know what to do. No, Dad, not the stink face. Oh man, that'd be weird. So yeah,
he's got to dance too cool with Grandmaster Sexy and Scotty Too Hottie.
There you go.
Do we think they're going to be on?
That's an awful picture.
Look at that picture. God damn.
Yeah, that is not a great mugshot. It's not a good look.
Where is his mouth? It's gone.
Yeah, see that one on the left there is bad because he's like doing the reverse duck lip. Like that's something like a little kid does while they're waiting for their snack in the afternoon. That's just like a face that a little kid makes. But then you look over on this other side on the right, and look at the eyes. He's gone. There's nothing there. He is wrecked. It is 2018, folks.
Oh, we just lost Vivian.
Oh.
All right. Well, while we're waiting for
technology.
But yeah, I mean, it's just in this day and age, better than that. Yeah. And not to mention you're putting other people in harm's way, but you're potentially fucking up your entire wrestling career.
I think Vince McMahon tried to cut my connection. I'm back.
Cut the mic.
Stop talking, damn it.
You know what, though? It not only screws up his career, but it screws up his brother's, too, a little bit.
Yeah.
Right, well, absolutely.
Yeah, that doesn't. And I mean, not that his wife is going to catch any residual heat, but she could. You know,
he's the one that's married to Naomi.
Is he the one that's married? I don't know.
No, he's not the one he's the brother-in-law.
Well, twins, they look alike.
They actually don't.
They do, but you can see the difference.
I can't tell the difference.
I haven't figured out. Like, it was one of them just needs to get breast implants, like the Bellas did, so we can figure out which one's
they just
which.
They need to
I
put
think
their
Jimmy
names
has
on the
them
backs
because
of their
he-
shirts.
They have their names on the back of their shirts?
No, they should.
Oh, okay.
I think that would make it easy.
I was hoping I wasn't missing that for the last 10 years. Shit, they had their name on the thing the whole time.
Autumn figured out how to tell them apart because each one of them has the Samoa tattoo on opposite arms.
Oh,
wow.
All right.
He's a little genius.
So if one has it on the right arm, Jimmy has it on the right arm, I believe, and Jay has it on the other way.
Jay has it on this side.
Uh-huh.
This side and that side. Perfect.
She's pointing. Jimmy has it on the left, Jay has it on the right, she said.
We're getting it from the authority here.
And once again, a 9-year-old knows more about wrestling than we do. What are we doing here?
Yep.
Go ahead, beat Damian Sandow.
You're welcome.
She sang the Big Boss Man's theme for me.
The Cobb County, Georgia one?
Yep. Hard time.
Mm-hmm. She sang Big Boss Man for them.
Oh my God.
Go ahead. Only for Uncle Eric?
Wow. Select performances only.
Only if Amanda comes to the house, then she'll do it.
I'll come. I'm on my way.
Start singing.
But keep singing until she gets there. It'll be 8 hours. I think it's 8 hours to Toronto. Might be 6 from. No, you're on the island. Jeez, that'll take forever.
I'm not on an island.
It's
No,
14.
she is. 14.
No, I'm on an island, honey.
And it's long.
I get it.
I'm where Jaws is, okay?
So I've never seen Jaws.
Sharks and don't. Then you won't want to go visit cat.
No, that doesn't scare me.
Don't look up Ronkonkoma Beach.
Ronkonkoma?
Oh, you look too much.
Ronkonkoma Beach is where like everybody goes to die in New Jersey, or not New Jersey, in Long Island rather.
New Jersey.
That's on Newark for New Jersey.
Yeah, there was what's it? There's a legend that the lake is bottomless or something. You can go down so far.
Oh, I think we talked about this at one point.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, the lady of the lake. She'll eat you alive.
Jesus.
Don't go to Ronkonkoma.
There's no bottom to Lake Ronkonkoma.
That they've found so far.
Correct.
Wonderful.
It's like the Bermuda Triangle. It just keeps going and going and going.
Ugh. Did we get any questions this week?
I didn't get any.
Yes.
Yay. While you're getting the questions out, one of the comments that somebody had made online about Sasha Banks was that she uses the world's supply of horsehair to make her different colored wigs.
Yes.
Oh, I saw that.
I was
First
just like,
of all, she ain't using horse hair.
yeah, you use human hair. Like, if you can afford a good wig, it's human hair.
Yeah.
Saying, well, why do you care? Are you a horse? Are you getting, you know that they ethically collect, for the most part, horsehair for those things. It's not, they don't shave. It's not like they take a horse and come here, buddy, and they shave a horse. It's not really how things work.
And that was from Snoop Dogg. It's because of Snoop Dogg, too. That was the other one.
Oh, yeah, she got her push because of Snoop Dogg.
Because he has such a big influence.
Yeah, because, listen, she had Snoop Dogg come out and rap her entrance for WrestleMania. And that used to be, if you had some celebrity rap your entrance for WrestleMania live, you were going to win that match. Nope.
Hands down.
Not anymore. Last couple years, they changed that shit. Everybody who got a special entrance just gets killed. Triple H had the entire Florida Highway Patrol ringside with him last time and couldn't win the match. And then he had the big chair and he couldn't win the match. He had the big chair. How many years did he have the big chair and he couldn't do it?
So first question comes from Patrick in West Virginia. Since we all know about relationships because this is the War Report, okay. What do we think of the John Cena tweet?
Ooh. Now, does somebody have the text of that tweet? Because it is...
I'll get it.
It is layered.
We had it.
Yes.
It's right. We had talked about it in the messenger. It just seems like...
We talked about it?
We did. Well, it was brought up.
It was brought up. I don't know if we had like a big discussion.
Wait, what are we talking about?
The tweet that...
The relationship he posted yesterday.
I got it right here. It says... the importance of honesty in any relationship should never be overlooked. Hiding one's feelings or behavior can lead to suffering and regret. And that was on January 15th.
Huh.
Yeah. So the speculation begins that there is trouble in paradise.
But then the day before, he wrote such a wonderful, meaningful, emotional day yesterday with the woman of my dreams and both of our families. I love you, Nicole. You've made me realize the importance of togetherness.
Yeah, so those together seem like some very odd circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
It's just very odd for him to post something in a tweet.
Well, both of those are pretty odd for him.
Exactly. That's totally out of his character. Even if it is total divas, total Bellas or whatever, he's just normally very private on Twitter.
Yeah.
And none of those things about his relationship.
If he now here's I hate to put this on him. Please don't sue me. This is an assumption, and I don't think he would necessarily do this. He doesn't seem the type of guy. Then again, I don't know him personally. Now that all that legal business out of the way, if John Cena cheated on her, would he then call a fucking family meeting and then have an emotional, transformative, whatever the fuck experience with everybody there? And he just goes, fine speech, and rubs his bald spot and starts talking about how he cheated. Like, is that what he's going to do? That's what it felt like. That's, if you look at it in the context of John Cena cheated, then that was like day one was he made amends somehow with the family and with Nikki. And then the next day was tweeting about your real feeling. I don't know.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Cheat on his ex-wife with Mickey James?
Yeah, he did. And I think some porn. No, you know what? I think the porn star claimed it, but it wasn't true.
Right, but the Mickey James thing was true.
Yeah.
This is weird.
So, I mean, that's a very good question. Was it Brian from West Virginia? What was his name? Patrick. Thank you. He was something like Irish. Patrick from West Virginia. I don't know, man. This is a good. It's a good question because it opens up the discussion, but it's very vague.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess it's going to stay that way until an episode of Total Bellas or their Twitter.
Total Divas right now.
Is it Total Divas right now? What I mean, I didn't realize they were on both.
We're gonna keep an eye on it, though. We're gonna keep looking into it
because if it's a work, again, it's a brilliant, all the way down the chain kind of work where everybody's buying it. If it's not a piece of business, then obviously that's not great for the future of their relationship. But or maybe it was a discussion about like careers. Maybe John wanted to keep wrestling and she wanted him to retire, so like he was speaking his truth of being honest about his, wanting to continue wrestling. Or it was so vague, it could be anything.
This is true.
Any other guesses? Because
I don't know. It just seems really, really weird. And it
out of character for John Cena.
It's very out of character for him, especially since even just for the fact that coming up next week for Raw 25, the Bellas, both Bellas, John, Daniel, they're all going to be on the show.
Yeah.
So
yeah. And no follow-up, of course, because John Cena is also incredibly cryptic on Instagram and Twitter. Anyway, especially his Instagram is some sort of stream of consciousness experiment that I haven't found the meaning of yet. Because he will tweet seemingly random photographs of things, but then if you dig deeper, there's context to it. Like a crown meant like the Prince of Phenomenal, and then he tweeted put on his Instagram a picture of AJ Styles, and next thing you know, AJ Styles is with WWE. So it's like he gives away little bits and pieces on his Instagram, but he posts a picture, never posts text below it, and just lets you guess what the context of the photo is.
It's very deep,
right? Deke Stokes is a deep man. See, I know some stuff about Total Divas. I know about Deke Stokes. Don't know much else.
You missed the best Total Divas ever last week. I'm just gonna say.
Why was there a plane crash?
I'm behind one. Don't go too into detail.
Nia Jax, all I'm going to say is she got up the courage to ask this guy on a date to a Sex and the City party that the girls were throwing in New York City. They told Nia to Google the guy the next morning, and it turns out he's a porn star.
Oh, wow.
Good for her.
All right.
Guy's got a piece on him, I'm sure.
I always thought she was dating that Mike Rome guy.
Now, that would be interesting. Mike Rome. I didn't hear about her dating Mike Rome. But hey.
Well, like they're always together.
Remember that time on Ride Along where Byron called her and was like trying to hit on her?
Yeah. That was hilarious.
What a creepazoid. Oh, just she should tweet that video out with the hashtag #MeToo. Because that was an odd phone call. So make your toes curl. I want to make your pie.
I love how Byron is the new punching bag. It's fantastic.
And poor guy takes it well too, like a champ.
I mean, look what happened to Kevin Kelly. Rock called him Hermie for crying out loud.
Kevin Kelly is still doing it too. He's with New Japan right now. Good for him. But yeah, Byron's taking it well, being the punching bag of the entire federation right now. Have you guys seen these videos with Carmella and the New Day?
Yes, hilarious.
Where did this pancakes thing? Is pancakes the next thing? Booty-O's are old. Now we're gonna have New Day like frozen pancakes or pancake batter with fucking unicorn eggs in it or some bullshit.
Possible.
Who knows? There's your $1 million idea, Xavier. But Carmella is partnering with Big E in the Mixed Match Challenge, which is tonight, 10 o'clock Eastern Time on Facebook, episode number 1. But they've been doing these training videos, and a lot of other teams have been as well. Natalya gave Nakamura her dad's old Heart Foundation jacket to wear, which is pretty cool. And like Rusev and Lana have their training thing.
Did you see the Asuka Miz one?
And they're Asuka, like, is that was his deal? Like, that's how he talked about them on Twitter. He said they were Asuka. Yeah, I'd go. Miz just that was
funny.
And then yeah, the Lana and Rusev one was funny. And then the New Day ones are just. It was very weird because it started out with like they gave a note to one of the referees. I was like, give this to Carmella, but don't tell her who sent it. And he just walks right over down the hall there and goes, New Day wanted me to give you this, and just walks away. They're like, come on, what are you doing? Of course, she wanted to be their partner. So is she a babyface now? Because she wasn't before. So now she is.
I don't know what she is.
Because she's still got the Money in the Bank, which Ellsworth helped her win, so she's still technically kind of a heel for doing that. But then she's with the New Day eating pancakes and popping out of washer dryers. Did you see that one where she popped out of the clothes dryer?
No.
Yeah, it's exactly how it sounds. Just imagine like a big clothes dryer, and the New Day are talking, and she opens the door, and she's inside of it with the Money in the Bank briefcase, which just leads to all kinds of questions about why she would be in the dryer.
Wow.
Why would they put her in the dryer like that? Or it's a washing machine. I can't tell if it's a washer or a dryer. Either way,
Did it open from the top or the middle?
From the door swung out. But I mean, like Samsung has the dryers that have the window in the middle too, right? Like, yeah, I've got a Samsung one that opens this way. Anyway, we're talking too much about washer dryers. Just look it up on Twitter. She pops out of a dryer or a washer and/or. Any other questions? Thank you, Patrick.
We have one more. Dana from San Diego wants to know who's taking.
Spanish for a whale's vagina.
Thank you.
What's the question?
I didn't hear the question because all I heard was
what's the question?
Whale's vagina.
Dana wants to know who is taking the Facebook Mix Challenge, whose winner takes all.
Ooh. That is a tough one. I gotta look at. Ooh.
Well, tonight I know Cora and Natty versus Finn and Sasha.
Finn and Sasha are gonna win that one.
Finn and Sasha are gonna win that one.
Yeah.
I think
Braun and Alexa have a good shot at it.
Yeah, that's true too.
Solely because of Braun.
Well, also because they're both supremely protected and their team is competing for the Connor's Cure charity.
Oh, yeah, then they're winning.
If you want the charity you want to get money.
But I like Miz and Asuka's charity.
They're all, and I think all the charities will end up getting some money from this. But of course,
I love Rude and Charlotte though.
Yeah, that's a good team. That's a really good team. I feel like Becky and Sammy are not going to get out of the first round. Like something's going to happen with Sammy trying to be sarcastic dancing Sammy, and she's going to want to be not sarcastic Becky. And
well, maybe Kevin Owens will like come in and try and help and ruin it all. That would be interesting.
You just want Kevin Owens to ruin things.
Yeah.
I was trying to help, I swear.
I secretly do want them to become co-champions.
Co-WWE champions?
Yep.
Oh, man.
I think I'm like the only person that wants that.
Now, the worst part is you just applied for a job at WWE, and if you told that to them, they'd fucking love it.
I know.
They'd be like, she's hired. Get me a steak wrap with ketchup.
Yes, sir.
Co-champions and steak wraps. He wouldn't talk to anybody the rest of the day. I'm tired. Too much thinking. What? Too much thinking. Gotta go eat steak. All right. Co-WWE. My fucking head just exploded, Amanda.
Well, I wanted that for New Day.
I don't.
Just imagine how much more sarcastic the dancing will get.
It would be
so much more.
But would they count as half it? Like when you say Kevin Owens won the world championship X number of times, do you say like 3.5? How do we do that? Where do we go with that?
3.5, yes.
3.5. It's so.
Well, remember they had Jericho and China as the co-intercontinental champions.
Yes, they did.
So it can be done.
But why did the WWE
but you know what?
title?
Titles. The heavyweight title does not belong having co-champions.
Right.
Yeah, there should only be one for that. But there could be a situation. Now, here's the other thing.
I think the New Day would be entertaining.
Oh, it would be. But if they did a double pin on, you know what I mean? AJ gets double pinned, and they count 2 falls, and then they have to be co-champ. But then they have to fight it out. So then they turn on each. You know, then we get to where we want to be for WrestleMania. The 2 guys feuding with each other.
That'd be cool.
It's too quick for that. I want them to go another year before they have another match.
Yes, I know New Japan Pro Wrestling. That's exactly what would happen if it was anywhere with the United States. They're going to push this shit in like 2 months. we go through. Yeah, we go through.
We don't have attention spans in North America.
They're pushing Naito's Tokyo Dome win back a whole year. Like he's going to win the title in a year. He had to lose to the Rainmaker Okada this year to win it next year. That's some long-term shit. We can't do that. We have no capacity for that in the U.S.
No. No.
Yeah, let's see. Jinder wins the title. We're counting the days till the son of a bitch loses.
Oh, thank God. It makes me so
remember
happy.
He was champion?
Ugh.
He was the WWE champion. Bruno Sammartino, Bob Backlund, Hulk Hogan, the Iron Sheik, Sergeant Slaughter, the Ultimate Warrior, Jinder Mahal.
No.
They should just erase that from history.
That's like right now.
It was a bad call. We tried something out, didn't really work, and let's move on.
Well,
there will just be a blank space for that period of time with the belt.
Vacant wins again.
Yeah.
Do we have any more questions?
Those were the only two that came in this week.
Nice. Oh, there was another one on Twitter. I have to look up who it was, but it's how we feel about Balor Club sticking together.
Please.
Do it.
Yeah. Please.
Love it.
I mean, I love it. It's been working great.
Again,
the Shield can't get together, so
unfortunately.
But you can also see, again, you put the three together and there's so much happier and more comfortable wrestling.
Absolutely.
It's exciting watching them wrestle again.
When the Shield actually has recovered that, they can, maybe it's going to be a year from now, but that they could all try this again, you can have Balor Club versus the Shield.
Oh.
Just like we were supposed to get Wyatt's versus the Shield.
Mm-hmm.
Still makes me angry that shit never happened. I'm sure that
I'm still digging the Bludgeon Brothers, by the way.
I like both of those guys.
Burnt Santas.
Burnt Santa.
Yeah, their outfits are awful, I think.
The outfits are bad. And I feel like they're gonna have to change those anyways because you've got War Machine coming in, and not that they wear the burned Santa clothes, but they wear armor that's kind of reminiscent of what the Bludgeon Brothers are trying to accomplish. So I mean, I would rather go with War Machine. They've been a tag team like that for with that style of dress. I'd want to keep it on them. The Wyatt guys can go back to their backwoods shit if they want. I like those. I like the guys. Those two guys. I like them as part of the Wyatt family. I like them individually as wrestlers, and I don't necessarily mind the Bludgeon Brothers. I just don't. They don't have an explanation for why they carry hammers and what they're doing. Did they really get into Norse mythology? I just want to know more about why they are the way they are now, because they used to be guys from the Bayou, and now they're Norse hammer guys. They're Loki and Thor, and I just want to know where and why.
I don't care. They nominate a moment for funniest moment of the year or something with the Slammies. That jobber making that.
Oh, that was beautiful. That was beautiful.
That scream was great.
That should have got him a job like Ellsworth.
Yeah, he could have been the new Ellsworth.
Because I thought that was the funniest thing ever. I actually had that in my phone, so if I need a good laugh, I play that.
Just go back and look at it. Yeah. Oh, that's great.
I can't even hit that scream.
No, I can't.
Yeah, that was impressive to pull off from a man.
Wow,
that was a small child.
That was it.
And
that was awesome.
Yeah, that was not. And that sound came out of a grown man during an episode of SmackDown.
So,
speaking of SmackDown, coming up in about 12 minutes.
How about Braun Strowman on Raw?
With a $12 million truck.
Yeah, right.
He is so good. Did you see how far he threw those people?
He threw Michael
I'm not finished yet.
First of all, Booker T pushed Michael Cole down. That was incredible.
Hilarious. That's classic Booker T.
Look at real Jack, baby.
He's about
I threw around that so many times just to watch him push him.
Yeah, that was just to see, watching that, to see Booker just casually getting up out of his seat and making his just boop.
And you knew it was going to be Michael Cole too.
Yeah.
Well, you can't throw Corey Graves. Let's be fair.
Yeah.
No.
He's injured.
Too pretty.
But I like what he said. The guy, the security guards were escorting Braun out, and he was gonna leave, and then he's like, "I'm not leaving until everybody gets these hands."
Yeah.
Yes. Give them all of your hands, Braun. How many hands do you have? Give them, pass them around.
Oh my God.
If there's a show, they could do this on the network very easily, and it's just Braun Strowman tips things over. And they could just get like, right? You could just get like a collectible, like a china cabinet full of porcelain collectibles. He just flips it over.
Like a baby grand piano or something.
Yeah, he flips over a piano and starts hitting it with a fire axe. You know, all kinds of stuff. You could
moving couches by himself, you know.
Yeah, he could take rip a couch and like take a couch and bend it over his knee and snap it in half. I'm sure he could do that. Like a whole couch, maybe a love seat. I don't know how his grip is. If he needs a shorter grip, we give him the two cushion love seat instead of the 3 cushion. He just snaps it. That would be a wonderful show where he just Braun Strowman breaks stuff.
Braun Strowman at Rooms to Go.
Braun Strowman breaks stuff featuring Fred Durst of Limp Bizkit.
He should break Fred Durst.
Fred Durst just introduces the segment. Braun throws him out of the way. Right? He starts doing break stuff and he just throws him.
Hate that fucking guy.
Who, Fred Durst?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Everybody had that album.
Yep.
Everybody had that
chocolate
garbage.
Chocolate, starfish, and hot dog water.
The hot dog flavor water, yes. Oh my God. That was, come on.
I still rock out to that sometimes.
Rollin' was decent. I mean, that's a classic. And then you've got Break Stuff's not bad. They did an okay version of Behind Blue Eyes. I mean, the Biscuit did some stuff. They're not
They did Faith.
They're not like Nickelback.
Oh.
They are above Nickelback.
You guys know Nickelback, what I see.
Oh, we Canada's greatest export. We know
Great.
about Nickelback. Look at this photograph.
Shut up.
This is how you remind me of what I really am.
Oh, that's terrible.
And then you can just do that same voice. You go, she's here, rests his head on a pillow, made of concrete again.
That's just like the 90s grunge snarl.
Creed was trying to be Eddie Vedder.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. If you ever watch a video of Scott Stapp singing, in order to get that tone, when he opens his mouth very wide, you can clearly see his tongue flips back in his mouth to make that like bullfroggy noise. When you are with me. Yeah, I get it. It's the same deal. But he literally, if you watch those music videos or like him singing at a concert, it's disturbing how it looks like he's almost swallowing his tongue to make that noise come out of his mouth. Not that Creed. Oh, listen, we can talk shit about Creed. That shit gets you hype.
Yes.
Creed is how? I don't understand. But if you play Higher or you play what's the one from the WWE?
Oh.
The Passion videos, remember those?
Oh, with
Arms Wide Open. Oh man, they had a couple bangers, man, back in the day.
True.
And then the band that was Creed became Metalingus, and they did Edge's theme. Aren't there members like they share members, or there's
Alter Bridge, yeah.
Alter Bridge, and they did Metalingus the song. So Alter Bridge had like crossover members, I think.
And then Saliva and Chad did the Spider-Man theme song.
Yes.
Spider-Man. And they say that hero.
These are like the greatest hits of WWE pay-per-view themes. All you need to do is throw in Flo Rida and Machine Gun Kelly, and we've pretty much nailed them all. We got Limp Bizkit and Creed. What was that?
What?
I said I still have no idea who Machine Gun Kelly is. Thanks, Wada.
I've seen Machine Gun Kelly twice. Both of them were on WWE programming.
Yeah. Once he
that,
got powerbombed through a table.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, which he didn't sell at all.
And then he walked off like a dipshit.
He got right up and walked right off like nothing fucking happened because he thought they were off the air.
Give him another one.
Fucking idiot.
Now I know who you're talking about. Okay. No, so I'm not missing much.
No, you're missing nothing. You're missing nothing. What's happening on SmackDown tonight?
They have the 2 matches for the U.S. title.
Which has been
Xavier,
the final.
Jinder Mahal and Xavier Woods. And Bobby Roode and who was the other one?
Oh, that's a good question. Sorry, whoever it is. Mojo?
Oh, Mojo. Mojo
there we go. We knew it. First guess, Mojo. They moved the title match, the finals of this, from the Royal Rumble to next Tuesday. They took it off the pay-per-view. Good. Probably due to time constraints.
Yeah. There's so many big matches.
You got already 2 Rumbles. Mm-hmm. Like that's basically
2 hours right there.
Right, 2 hours of pay-per-view right there. And
with guys in the Rumble, not
right, and those guys can now compete in the Rumble.
And then you got a 2 out of 3 falls match, so that's like 45 minutes.
God, 2 out of 3 falls match. That's those, because 2 out of 3 falls match in the history of professional wrestling has ever ended 2-0. That just doesn't happen.
No.
Right. Somebody gets like a fluky first pin or something. Miraculously ties it up. Who's gonna do it? We get it.
Or they intentionally get qualified so they can get the easy pin.
Yes, that is the heel one, getting the easy pin with the DQ, and then that's how it's 1-1, and then work a regular match the rest of the way.
Yep. There's a Monday Night Raw special on tonight too, as well, about Raw 25.
Oh yeah, and that's coming up next week. That should be fun.
Ooh, we can't wait.
But tonight, the WWE superstars tonight are counting down their 25 favorite moments of Monday Night Raw.
Ooh,
is one of
them on the network?
No, that's on that's on right after SmackDown tonight.
Oh wow.
On television?
That's what I saw on Durna last night.
Yeah, that's for sure not on Canadian television.
It's on the USA Network. Come on.
Yeah.
Do you get the USA Network? Do they call it something else?
It's called the CDN Network.
Seriously?
No, I'm kidding.
God, that would be depressing. Like, they couldn't name ESPN.
It's not on USA after SmackDown, I'll tell you. Well, oh no, I take that back. It's already set to record. It automatically started recording it for me.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, cool.
Okay.
Your TiVo knows what's up.
Technology.
I was going to say, I know it's on the USA Network.
And they're probably doing that because they want to retain ratings and viewers that they know are probably going to slip away for the Mixed Match Challenge to the Facebook stream. Or they figure that maybe people will leave the Raw 25 thing on their television and then watch the Facebook stream on their phone or their iPad, which is probably what I'm going to do.
Mm-hmm. Facebook stream start at 10, or does that start at 9?
10. So it's kind of, they're competing with themselves in a sense, but they're in an interesting time right now because Fox could be offering, I heard Fox, the reports are saying they could offer WWE $400 million for their broadcast rights, which is double what the USA network is offering.
And 2 hours.
Oh, thank God. Yes, because they would have to make way for nightly news. They'd put it on. First of all, it wouldn't be on cable anymore. It would be on Fox, like My Channel 6.
Which I don't know is such a good thing.
What does that mean? What is Fox?
That means they won't. That means they won't even go near the line.
In US, that means that they're on network television versus like extended or basic cable. So like the Fox, NBC, CBS, it's the basic everybody gets these channels. So everybody gets Fox. You would be opened up to that audience, but you have to end at 10 because they have the local news at 10 on your local Fox affiliate. So
or they could do the 2 hours and then the last hour tell you to go to the network
or go to Facebook.
Yeah, and when it's the last hour, it's like Attitude Era.
Right.
Yeah, it would be more geared towards adults. Although, I mean, I'm sure a lot of not adults would be streaming because, as I discovered in the grocery store the other day, 5-year-old children have iPhones now.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that amazing?
Oh, it bugged me so much because the mom sent the kid to go get a charger cable. It was Walmart. So we were in like the grocery section. She goes, little schmuck face, whatever your name is, go get a charging cable. So she sends him to the other side of the store at 5 by himself, and he waddles over. Let's be fair. He waddles over the electronics section and waddles all the way back. And she goes, I told you don't have Android, you have an iPhone. Well, the kid's fucking 5 and he's got a smartphone. Just be glad he knew what the cable was and didn't try and eat it.
My son is 9, and if I considered even getting him a phone, it would be a fucking flip phone that literally all you can do is
call home
out and get a call in, and that's it.
And that's really all they need. That's unnecessary
for emergency
for children. Yeah, you need a phone for emergencies or a way to contact somebody, but you don't need Angry Birds at 5 or whatever.
Amen. Preach.
Goodness. And we're right at 8 o'clock, and we're making a morality, a family values stand here in the final.
I guess him go high chocolate then. No.
Jeez, no, you come on. You have traditional family values. You got 1,800 children living in your house right now.
I am not a Duggar. Thank you very
You're
much.
not a Duggar. Oh no.
I am not a Duggar. Okay, there's only 4.
There's only 4. And 2 cats and a dog and any other animals.
My
Fish. You have a whole ecosystem. Excellent. Is there anything we neglected to mention on today's show?
No.
Or is there anything that we should? Excellent. So, for those of you who submitted questions either via Twitter or the email, you will be entered in our WrestleRumble.com pay-per-view pick'em contest, where one of our lucky question askers gets put into the WrestleRumble.com drawing for free. You get 1 free entry. You get to make your picks. And for this month, it's the Royal Rumble. So not only is it a very fun pick'em list with different stipulations and potential happenings, eliminations, and surprise returns and all that accoutrement there. There are also prizes. So that the advantage of getting this free entry is where it's, if you go to WrestleRumble.com, you can pay to enter the pay-per-view pick'em contest. And, submit as many as you like, but you're paying for them. If you get a free one by asking a question to AskTheWarReport@gmail.com, or you tag me a date on social media with the hashtag AskTheWarReport.
And Vince, by the way, that question off Twitter was our friend Dan from North Carolina. Who's one of our avid listeners. So appreciate the question. Want to make sure he got the credit, and of course he's entered in the
yes, sir. Contest. So Dan is entered in with the rest of our entrants for this month, and we got some good questions this week. And speaking of WrestleRumble.com, Amanda, of course, is very involved with WrestleRumble.com. What do we got for this month?
It's a big month because it's a big pay-per-view. We have first place is $1,000 cash.
Damn.
Second place is $100 cash plus the Winged Eagle Championship belt.
Ooh.
Third place is $100 cash plus an original piece of artwork from Nemo3 John. Fourth place is 3 illustrations of your choice from extracoolerart.com, whom I'm obsessed with. I love these guys. And fifth place is a $20 gift card to heelsandfaces.com, which they do like pretty cool urban streetwear that's like geared towards wrestling fans.
Excellent. Yeah, so you should definitely check out WrestleRumble.com again if you use the AskTheWarReport@gmail.com email address or the hashtag AskTheWarReport, and you tag me a date. You'll be entered into the pick'em for free entry. In the meantime, if you don't win, or you want to make sure that you have a better chance at winning, even if you get that free pick, go to WrestleRumble.com, sign up, and give it a shot. It's not that expensive to put in an entry, especially if you're getting $1,000 back. If you think you know wrestling so well that you're going to do really, really well in these pick'ems, or you have some kind of inside track, or you're psychic, or you light candles, or it's a Ouija board, I don't know. Whatever it is you think you're good at to figure out the finishes, sign up, give it a shot. for a couple bucks, you could win $1,000 or a Winged Eagle Championship or some really cool. I'm looking at Extra Cooler's Instagram. They got some really cool stuff on there too. So there's all kinds of prizes and stuff to win from Wrestle Rumble. In the meantime, think of your questions, because we're going to be back next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern time, right here live on YouTube. You go to youtube.com and you type in the search bar, tag me a date, all one word. You squish it together, no spaces, tag me a date. You find the Tag Me a Date channel. You like, subscribe. You can hit the bell to be notified when we go live or when we upload a video. And as I said, we go live every Tuesday, 7 p.m. on Eastern time. If you help us subscribe by subscribing, you subscribing helps us to get to the point where we can actually have youtube.com/tagmeadate. So that's kind of a big thing. If you're listening on YouTube right now, it'd be a big help if you just hit the subscribe button. We can, when we hit, I think it's 100, 200, there's a certain milestone of subscribers that we have to get in order to get youtube.com/tagmeadate. But it's completely doable. Especially if you help and you tell your friends, help us out. And refer your friends to listen. If they're wrestling fans, have them listen to the War Report. It's a new podcast to them if they haven't heard it before. I'm always in the market for a new podcast. So whether it's Bruce Pritchard, Jim Cornette, whomever, I'm always looking for a new thing to listen to. So if your friends are looking for a new wrestling podcast, let them know the War Report's been here 3 years now and still ticking. And we are, of course, brought to you by tagmeadate.com, the first and only dating site exclusively for wrestling fans. Sign up now. It is absolutely free to join our roster of superstars and divas and find your tag team match. You and Brad Maddox could find your triple threat partner, however you want to look at it.
Lord.
I loved that mixed match challenge graphic with Xavier and Paige. I'm not going to lie. And mostly because they found...
Oh my God.
They found a picture of Xavier with this smug look on his face like, yup. And that was what made it, because he just had this big smile on his face. But you could have a big smile on your face for reasons that are currently unclear or we're unable to get into legally. You could definitely have a smile on your face from tagmeadate.com. It is free to sign up. It's free. How many times would it say FRE free? Absolutely free to sign up at tagmeadate.com. I think that's it for now. I've plugged our website enough. You should go sign up because it is free. And if not, we will be back next week. And I'll try and convince you next week to subscribe to our channel and to sign up for Tag Me a Date. It's a never-ending quest that I'm on to get more subscribers. So I hope to see you all next week right here on YouTube, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Tag Me a Date YouTube channel. Thank you for listening.